Hello, Command29 here, another Topic Week video. This is a little bit late because I was actually at CommandCon on Saturday with Adrian, and which is a lot of fun. I might make a video on that. But anyway, this week's topic was submitted by Tumblr user mariehaptism, and their topic is, in your opinion, what is the main problem of Disney live-action remakes? Oh boy, where to begin? There are a ton of problems with pretty much all of them. A lot of the times they have different problems, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But if I had to sum this down to one issue, like one main thing that a lot of this really stems from, is that these movies lack heart. They're not being made because they think, oh wow, we can do something great with this. They're doing it because, hey look, people like the animated version of these movies. Let's just remake it in live action. And almost every time, it's significantly worse. The only one that I thought was halfway decent was the Cinderella movie, which I was like, alright, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't ultimately spectacular or anything, but considering how offensively bad pretty much everything else is, honestly, it's a diamond in the rough. But all the other movies just have such big issues, and they range from just being plain unnecessary to just horrible. Actually, no, I think I heard that the Jungle Book movie was pretty decent, but I never saw that. I always keep forgetting about that one. But anyway, probably, like, where to start, really? I'd probably say with Maleficent. That's probably one of the worst, if not the worst, so far. Disney sure is trying to outdo themselves. Maleficent actually has the opposite problems that the live-action Beauty and the Beast did. Maleficent basically takes the story of Sleeping Beauty, and says, well, what if we ruin literally everything? And then they made the movie. I remember when they first announced this. I remember when they were first talking about this. I called it out as going to be crap before we even saw much of the movie. Because I can tell you, telling the story of Sleeping Beauty from the perspective of the actual evil villain was never going to work. I mean, if you want to remake that and give more depth to characters like Aurora and Prince Philip and the King, if you want to give more depth to these characters and maybe add more stuff to the story outside of it being, it's a pretty simple story, but adding on to it and improving it. If they did that, then there wouldn't be much of a problem with it. But what they did is, like, what if we made Maleficent the protagonist and then made everyone else around her worse just to make her look good? They gave her this wooby backstory where she was betrayed by the man she loves. Ooh, yeah, King Stefan. He's just an evil psychopath. So, no need to feel sorry for him. Prince Philip, he's practically a non-character. Aurora, she doesn't really matter. It's not like she's the Sleeping Beauty. Nah, they don't matter. Those three fairies that took care of Aurora, nah, they're all just a bunch of bumbling, negligent idiots. Yeah, no, the real true hero is Maleficent. Freaking what? Maleficent? Maleficent. One of the most evil characters, a classic Disney villain, is woobified and made into the true hero. She ends up breaking the curse on Aurora because she just felt really bad. Oh, she gave her a little kiss on the head. I'm sorry, but you're late to the game. Frozen already did the whole act of true love. Doesn't have to be romantic love. Before anyone else this had done it, and they did it better. Okay? Frozen's good. This is not. This is stupid. Maleficent is not good. Maleficent has never been good. Maleficent is evil. Her name is Maleficent. Whoever thought of this is an idiot. The people who let this happen, they're idiots. It blows my mind that they would allow something like this to happen. Like, oh, you're going to completely shove the Disney prince and princess of the movie to the side for the villain to be the real hero? that is offensively bad. It's probably the worst of all of these so far. Then you have live action Sleeping Beauty. What am I saying? The live action Beauty and the Beast. Oh boy. Yeah, the problem here is that they basically just copied the story 1-to-1 and then just did it not as good. Everything was not as good. Oh, all of the servants in the castle, they look horrifying. Not in a way that actually serves the story. It's just, you can tell what they were going for because it has to be more realistic, but like, this isn't how you do it. Everything looks terrifying, and it's like, douche, you messed it up. These characters, they have personality. They're supposed to be, fun characters. And the fact that the original Beauty and the Beast had all these characters look so cartoonish, but you still felt for them. Even though they were very whimsical a lot of the times, you still had the parts that they were trying to break the curse. It's like, yeah, like, you can still feel for them. This is just, it's the same thing, but lesser. Don't even get me started on Emma Watson. Emma Watson is terrible. She is trash. She can't sing. She ruined things in that movie. Like, maybe if they had cast someone good as Belle, maybe if they had a good creative direction, it might have been alright. It was never going to be great, but it's not. Because this is just a soulless corporate cash-in. Because, hey, the original Beauty and the Beast is really popular, but we need to take ourselves more seriously. So let's make it in live action. Respect animation, please. Can we stop treating animation as, oh, it's just for kids, and then going, well, live action is for adults? Are you freaking kidding me? Those movies, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Hercules, Mulan, all of these movies, they're classics. People love them. People grew up in them. People still watch them to this day. Are these live-action remakes going to have the same longevity? And people are going to be like, oh, well, we need to remake it for the newest generation. Then you take that kid, you pop in your DVD, Blu-ray, or if you're old like me, VHS, and show them the old movie. You have plenty of re-releases. You can watch it digitally. You probably have it on Amazon, or Netflix, or whatever, Hulu. I don't know who has all of these. It's like, if you have DVDs, Blu-rays, they have all sorts of re-releases. Put it on for them. You don't need to remake the movie. They could just re-release it again with higher definition. I don't know, Ultra 4K, 3D, Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. Disney would do it. But it's like, you don't need to remake the movie. Yeah. Beauty and the Beast also had a real big problem with changing Belle because no, she's not feminist enough for Emma Watson. Oh, Emma Watson, thank you for ruining Belle. Not just with your mediocre acting and terrible singing, but just for your terrible ideas. And the fact that they let her have creative decisions in this is absurd. Oh no, Maurice isn't the inventor. Oh, she's the inventor. This is why they see her as odd. Except, in the original, they saw her as odd because she just sat around reading books all the time. Everyone noticed that she's this beautiful woman. And also because of the fact that her father's the kooky inventor. Oh no, Maurice is now just like a clock or little music box maker or whatever. Then why would they think he's odd? You're ruining stuff here, okay? It's like you make all these meaningless changes and you don't think, oh, well, how will this affect the story? Because these movies aren't made because, oh, we want to do something. No. They're made because Disney's trying to cash in on this. And that's it. That's all it's for. This is the only reason. You look at the stuff with them talking about the live action Mulan. They're like, oh yeah, but we're going to cut the songs. What? I heard that they were going to cut Shang out of the movie too. I'm like, one of the major characters? So you're going to take out the music, which is one of the most iconic pieces of the original movie. You know, be a man. A girl worth fighting for? You're taking that out? Oh, I mean, of course, it's just... That's just great. And then we have some of the new stuff coming up, like the Aladdin movie with the really awful genie. Holy crap, Will Smith was one of the worst choices to pick. You couldn't have picked a comedian? Someone good at improv? Look, I know Will Smith is a big name, and honestly, good on YouTube for picking good on them for picking small-time YouTuber Will Smith for this. Gosh. It's like, but he's not a good fit. Stylistically, he doesn't fit. His acting, he doesn't fit. Robin Williams is obviously big shoes to step into for this, and, especially considering he's no longer with us. But pick someone who's like a comedian, someone who's good at, improv, someone who's funny. But with Will Smith, it's just, nah. And on top of that, the rest of the movie just looks really awful. Especially talking about fixing the things. It's like, no, you don't need to fix these movies. You don't need to fix The Lion King. Yeah, you take The Lion King and make them all the animals look hyper realistic. It's CGI, so it's not even live action. It's just CGI, and they all look terrible because they're stuck so much in this hyper realistic, like freaking Aslan in the old Narnia movies. Aslan looked great in that, and that was over a decade ago, wasn't it? But we can't do that even now with all the resources of Disney. They have Disney, Marvel, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox now. It's like you have all these resources that you can use, and you can't make this look even halfway decent. Oosh. Ugh. And they could have actually taken the concept of these live action remakes, or just remakes in general, and they could have done something good. Like, why don't you dig through some of Disney's older movies? Maybe movies that didn't really do as well. Maybe movies that weren't as great. Why don't you pick movies like, say, The Black Cauldron? Remake that movie, fix some of the problems with it, maybe change stuff up, and you could actually make a better movie. I'm sure there are plenty of other movies that I just don't know about in the Disney library that no one ever talks about. You can take those movies, remake them, and then do better. But that's not what they want to do. They don't want to do something better. They just want to do something that's popular. They know that certain movies, people like this. People like Aladdin. People like Mulan. People like Sleeping Beauty. People like Cinderella. So let's take these movies, remake them for no reason other than we want more money, and then throw them out. Who cares how crappy they are? Because that's not the point. The point isn't to make something good. The point is to make money. And what really pisses me off about this is that they could make money while also being creative. But they don't want to. They're trying to be safe. But of course, just being safe, it's like, okay, is this why you were safe when you made Hercules? Is this why you were safe when you made The Little Mermaid? Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's always some risk to this. But like, you're Disney. Hire great writers. Hire great animators. Hire great directors. Hire people who can do this and trust that they can do a good job. But it's stupid. They don't want to do that. And honestly, they could take some of these movies, some of these older movies, especially like The Black Cauldron, they could do a 2D remake. It's like the 2D is actually cheaper than it is to make a live action movie with a lot of CGI. Sure, it'll take a little bit longer, but you have all these people, they shut down their 2D animation because they're like, oh no, we don't want to do 2D. It's like, no one wants 2D anymore. Like, yeah, we do. You're sitting here making these stupid live-action Disney movies, and you're focusing only on CGI. And I don't have a problem with CGI. I like, CGI, and I think CGI and 2D can exist. 3D and 2D animation can both exist simultaneously. I love Tangled. I love Frozen. But it's like, I also like Princess and the Frog. I also love a lot of the Renaissance movies. It's like, we can have these exist side by side, but it's like, what? But instead of investing the hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that they are into these live action movies. It's like, yeah, you can make a bunch of these 2D animated movies at a fraction of that. But it's the stupid mindset that let's just remake it. We can't remake it in 2D because we shut down the 2D animation. So they're just remaking it in live action, throwing a bunch of CGI on it, and then calling it a day. Because they don't care. And it's what really pisses me off. It's like, if they cared, they could do something great. They could do new live action movies. Actually new ideas. If they wanted to do these types of movies, it's just a new, unique ideas. Maybe based on fairy tales they haven't done yet. Maybe based on just stories of mythology like they did with Hercules. If they want to make live action movies, it's like, alright, then do something new with it. Don't just remake your movies that are already fine. Beauty and the Beast was fine. The Lion King was fine. Mulan was fine. Aladdin was fine. We don't need remakes of these. We need new movies. And if you want to remake stuff that wasn't that great and make it better. Not this nonsense. This is what really pisses me off. It's like, you have the opportunity, the means, the funds, the name brand, that you could get people to see these movies. You could make great movies like you used to. But it's like, okay, yeah, we'll still get some good movies here and there, but it's like a lot of these stupid remakes are getting in the way, and it only really ruins Disney's reputation for me more than it already has, especially with all the crap of the MCU, especially with all the crap with Marvel. It's like, please, Disney, make good movies. Stop just rehashing with these live action remakes. It's stupid. Well, I think that's about it for today. If you want to submit a topic to me, you can comment below. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Tumblr, send me an ask a topic then whatever topic you want me to talk about. If you're on the Discord, you can submit topics on the topic submissions channel. Just make sure to follow the rules I'll be posting down below. There's also a link down below for the Discord. If you want to watch last week's topic video, you can check that out here. If you want to watch next week's topic video, you can check that out here when I get that done. So what issues do you have with the live action Disney remakes? Please comment below because I want to hear. And thank you for watching.